Trump news. Live Supreme Court updates, expect historic Trump immunity ruling. The Supreme Court justices will finalize their ruling on Monday on whether a former president is immune from criminal responsibility for official acts while in office. Donald Trump is claiming immunity to stop special counsel Jack Smith's federal election subversion prosecution. Smith charged Trump with 4 felonies, including conspiracy to defraud the U.S. and conspiracy to impede an official proceeding, for trying to stay in office after his 2020 election loss. Trump denied guilt and pled not guilty. The top court's immunity ruling delayed the trial until March 4. In April, the High Court heard historic arguments on whether former President Donald Trump can be criminally prosecuted for his 2020 election loss appeals. Trump claims total immunity for official activities while in office. April's arguments yielded 5 lessons. The runoff of snap legislative elections on July 7 might result in France's first far-right administration since the Nazi occupation, or no majority. Official results suggest Marine Le Pen's anti-immigration, nationalist National Rally could win a majority in the lower chamber of parliament for the first time, but the convoluted voting system and political tactics make the outcome unpredictable. What happened? Sunday's first round saw the National Rally and its allies win about 1/3 of the vote. The center-left, Green, and hard-left New Popular Front coalition finished second, ahead of President Emmanuel Macron's centrist alliance. Dozens of candidates who received at least 50% of Sunday's vote triumphed. All other contests have a second round on June 7, with 2 or 3 top candidates. Polls predict the National Rally will win the most seats in the new National Assembly, but it may not get 289 of 577. The French voting system does not reflect party support countrywide. Districts elect legislators. What next? The National Rally's opponents are fighting to prevent a majority. To support anti-far-right politicians, the left-wing coalition withdrew its third-place candidates. Macron's centrist alliance predicted several candidates will resign before the runoff to stop the National Rally. When Le Pen's party and the National Front were political pariahs, that strategy worked. Le Pen's party now has nationwide support. Why is far-right rising? France has one of the world's largest economies and is a major diplomatic and military force, yet many citizens blame globalization for their poor earnings and inflation. Le Pen, which blames immigration for many of France's ills, has capitalized on voter frustration and created a broad support network, especially in rural towns and farming regions that view Macron and the Paris political establishment as out of touch. What's cohabitation? Macron must choose a prime minister from the National Rally or another party other than his centrist alliance if they win. France calls this cohabitation, and the government would implement policies that differ from the president's. The third and last cohabitation of France's modern republic was from 1997 to 2002 under conservative President Jacques Chirac and socialist Prime Minister Lionel Jospin. Prime ministers lead governments, introduce bills, and answer to parliament. Cohabitation weakens the president at home, but he negotiates and ratifies international treaties, giving him some control over foreign policy, European affairs, and defense. The president holds the nuclear codes and commands the military.